Hello, this is Edward Lambert with another video about the six-element model for acupuncture. This video is going to present the climatic factors of heat and cold in the six-element model. It comes from Chapter 8 of my ebook, Creating Life, about six elements. I will read as an audiobook. Heat and cold. Heat is a yang pathogen. Within the yang triangle, heat is generated between the seed and fire elements. Seed begins the warming up process by generating activity that creates life. The activity produces energy. Seed produces potential energy that is stored in the element wood. The element fire has the function of releasing the potential energy in wood that was originally put there by the element seed. Thus, fire tends to be the hottest element, but not the one that actually creates the energy for heat in the first place. Seed creates the energy first. An example is seen in how prostaglandins produced in the base of the brain control fever and inflammation. The base of the brain is governed by the meridians of the element seed, which are Sanjiao and pericardium. The element wood is between seed and fire. Therefore, wood ends up being warmer than water in the interaction between yang and yin elements. The blood of wood feels warm. It is natural and expected for blood to feel warm. On the other hand, it is more natural for water to feel cold. The element water precedes the energy-producing phase of the element seed. Seed takes the cold water and begins infusing energy into it in the process of creating life. The energy transforms water into the substance of blood in the element wood. Cold is a yin pathogen, so it has an affinity with the yin triangle. Within the yin triangle, cold is developed between the earth and water elements. Earth begins the cooling process by taking the heat of fire and turning it into matter. The Earth's crust surrounds a molten lava core. The Earth's crust is certainly cooler than the core. Earth is a strong element for cooling down fire. Earth has an intense cooling process, even though it is warm to the touch most of the time. In fact, Earth is able to directly cool down the element fire by condensing it. When water comes in contact with fire, they fight and struggle to dissipate each other, whereas Earth simply harnesses fire. Earth solidifies fire. Earth stays intact in the presence of fire. Earth is warm because the fire energy is still fresh inside it, but it is cooler than fire. Water is the coldest of all the elements, but not always the most effective for cooling down fire in the body. Metal cools down the Earth by releasing its exterior and carrying away the heat on the Earth's surface. Metal sits between Earth and water, and because of this, metal is not as warm or hot in nature as seed or fire. Metal's yang function of releasing the exterior is actually cooling in nature. Water condenses in the vaporous activities of the element water. Water continues the cooling down process even further with fluids that absorb all remaining heat. Water absorbs heat better than any other element. Water grabs heat and carries it away. Water drains heat away from the body through the urine or perspiration. In effect, heat is generated in one half of the six-element cycle, from seed to wood to fire. Cold is developed in the other half, namely from earth to metal to water. These two halves oppose and at the same time complement each other. This relationship gives the body the ability to warm up or cool down as the need arises. For example, if cold attacks the body can generate heat to counteract the cold through the interaction of seed, wood, and fire. However, if the cold is too much for the body to counteract, the body can slow down its circulation and metabolism in order to harmonize with the cold. The body has its options to survive the cold pathogen. If heat attacks the body can release excess heat from the exterior with the aid of the element metal. The body can carry away the heat through the urine also with the aid of the element water. The body can also stabilize the pathogenic heat with the aid of the element earth. The body has options to survive a heat pathogen. Okay, that concludes this video on the climatic factor of heat and cold.